He's going to bat leadoff right now in our intra-squad goals. We saw him and Cespedes at Mets summer camp doing this whole thing. Kev, did you ever try this during BP?
What do you got right there? Just kind of just sitting there and doing this? No, I wouldn't want to try to do that because, Chris, I had a tough time catching it in the regular way, and that would probably go off the head, the calf, the heel.
Yeah. That's probably the last thing Mets fans want to see right now is Cespedes taking one right off the coconut during BP. Speaking of which, this guy hasn't played a Major League game in over 2 years, so he's ready. The Mets fans are ready. What are your realistic expectations for 2020?
Listen, I just want to see this team together and healthy, and Cespedes doing his thing. When he's on the field, it makes this game better. Not even only a Mets fan, but just the flair and the swagger. He has that star presence. When you're around him in the cages, his home runs are not just the over-the-fence home runs. They're usually landing somewhere up there in the third deck. But he has a flair about him with his star. But now the injuries come up, and no one wants to be injured, but it just felt like, it felt with seeing him on the bench. And he's only played 24% of the games since he's been there, so I don't know.
Yeah, since he got that 4-year, $110 million extension, yeah, that's where he's missed 76% of the games since the beginning of 2017. If he plays in 2/3 of their games, if he plays 40 games, whether it's as a DH or sometimes in the outfield, he's going to produce. When he's there, like the one game he had in 2018, like he came back with a couple of knocks and a home run, so that guy can miss time and still be a very productive player at the Major League level. We're all rooting for him, no question. With that being said, is he your pick for comeback player of the year quickly?
Yeah, he is. He's my pick, no doubt in my mind. So he will have a big year this year. I think there's a little chip on the shoulder, Chris. So I just think that, yeah, he comes out and does his thing.
Yeah, I'm going to go with somebody actually on the West Coast, and that's Chris Davis, not the one with the C, who plays for the Orioles, but the one with the K. Let's remember, 2016 through 2018, this is a guy that averaged more than 40 homers a year, OPS of 857 during that 3-year span. Last year, injury plagued, missed almost 30 games, hip, oblique issues, 23 homers, an OPS of 679, which is well below league average. This is a guy that you tend to forget about, but he's one of the most potent bats we have in this game. So, Chris Davis, do your thing, do that little bat waggle, hit some bombs, have some fun. All right, one of the teams that is big-time hype this year in 2020, the Cincinnati Reds. Pacoda actually picks them to win the highly contested National League Central. Last night they had an intra-squad game, and during it, you know, some teams are playing music. The Reds were having actually some crowd noise, and a ball was hit to Jesse Winker. Listen and then check out his reaction. This is pretty good. Dude, that's pretty good. The crowd was cheering, so he tips his cap, right? Thumbs up on that one.
Yeah. I like the crowd noise. I like the crowd noise. I think we have to have it. We're not going to be fans, but I think the crowd noise is going to be some fun stuff.
Yeah, I would love to see that. We'll have a further discussion as we inch closer to opening day, but let's focus on the Reds here. They're kind of the chic pick. So are they overhyped? Are they underhyped? Or are they hyped just right coming from the Goldilocks files?
I truly think they're hyped just right. I think that they have an offense that can really pound the baseball. I think Joey Votto gets back on track. You'll see some home runs. He doesn't have to be the guy. I mean, you look up and down their staff with Castillo and Gray and Bauer. They have a three-headed monster that can go out there. Wade Miley's still going to contribute, obviously. But when I look at this lineup, Chris, you have lefties, you have righties, you have balance. Now it's a matter, can they play together and win together? This team's built to win. They're not built anymore. We would sit here and been nice to them, right? They rebuild, they're in fourth place, got it. No, I think the Big Red Machine's ready to make a stand. So I think they're perfectly hyped.
Yeah, you know what? They last made the playoffs in 2013, and since then they have the lowest winning percentage in all of baseball. So, yeah, I think this is the year they turned it around. I would agree with you. I think they're hyped just right. And don't sleep on the bullpen either. You know, they got the power arms with Michael Lorenzen, who just one time this year I want to see him pitch with sleeveless, you know, so he can show off the guns. And then Amir Garrett, and we know that he'll put up a fight against anybody. And then Raisel Iglesias is a guy that hasn't gotten critical outs in games that mean anything, so that's what I'm worried about, but he's still pretty dependable. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited about the Reds.